at times, especially when we got up 8 or 9 points or 10 points, we just played careless and casual, which young teams will do. I thought for the most part our effort, certainly on a defensive end, was good. I thought positioning was good. Of course, we made a couple of mistakes, but defensively, but those things will happen. But the effort was there. But again, the offensive end, too many casual and careless mistakes. When you go up that, I don't know, 4 or 5 times we went up 9 and just couldn't step on them because we took a quick shot. We didn't take care of the ball. We didn't execute what we wanted to do.
What did you say to them afterwards?
I breathed for about 5 minutes, and then I talked about being casual and careless. And talked about the returning guys. We were at Princeton last year and played almost the exact same type of game. Gave effort, but were so sloppy in the details of the game that it's always better to win than lose. And hopefully we can learn, and this will help us in the future. But again, guys nonchalant. Just again, I keep telling them how hard it is to win a Division I game. I don't care who you're playing. And I give credit to Dartmouth. They controlled the tempo. They did a nice job with some of the different things the different looks they gave us, switching man zone, and Coach Cormier can really coach.
Mike, can you talk about the 4 freshman guards? 33 points, 3 assists, 8 turns. Can you kind of assess their play and talk about Miles a little bit?
Yeah, inconsistent, but you're going to find that. That's what you're going to find from those 3. Again, I think they're playing really hard, and they're trying. And they're trying to embrace the formula. They're trying to do what we want. It's just going to be like Jerome just couldn't get in the flow of the game tonight. And, his energy and his defensive prowess and his penetration, we missed. Eli had a tough first quarter and came out in the second half, gave us a lift for about a 4 or 5 minute stretch. And Miles down the end made a couple of, freshman mistakes. And that's going to happen. Those guys are going to learn from it, though. We're going to watch it on film, look at it, and hopefully not make those same mistakes. But again, I told him about 3 weeks ago when I sat him down, when we weren't getting along very well, you chose to come here and play, and you can't hide. Like, if something goes wrong, you have to play. You have to be out there. So there'll be some situations like this game that some inconsistent play, but I like the way they fought through it.
Is this kind of what you're going to have to live with for the immediate? And is that they give you 5 good minutes, then they give you maybe 7 bad minutes, and they give you 5 good minutes, 7 bad, back and forth?
Inconsistent, yes. I think you're going to live until we understand better how to build on a lead, how to keep building on a lead, or how to come back, whatever it may be, whatever instance. These guys, it's all they're new. You don't exactly have those seniors where, okay, the seniors have been in this, they understand what to do, and they can help self-police themselves. It's a new experience for all of them. And again, they played 36% from field. Tremendous, some of the closeouts and shot contests I thought were really good for a young team. So I'm pleased on one end. And I kind of expected this. I just thought we would get a bigger lead at some of those times, especially when we had 9, 10-point leads. I thought we would overwhelm them. To give them credit, they hung in there. Mentally tough kids.
Mike, it's been a long time since the student section has looked like that here in November. What did you think of that? What does that tell you?
Things don't surprise me because I think I'm very well prepared. I was shocked. And it just maybe goes to there is a buzz and a feeling, especially to the student body, that this is an exciting time and there's a lot of potential on this team. And so I can't thank the student body enough for coming out and supporting us, giving us energy. Dane said it at halftime. I was sitting there. The players sit there for 5 minutes and talk with each other, and I sit with my staff. He explained to them the first 5 or 6 games last year, when you could count the student body on maybe 3 hands. pleased with that. I wish we could put in a little bit better performance, but it is what it is.
You guys were you guys able to bring the shot clock down on them? It seemed like you got them in certain situations where they had 2-3 seconds left in the shot clock. Was that more of a product of what they were doing? Or
Little of both. Little of both. They wanted to control the tempo because if you're running up and down, especially with some of the athletes, but in the first half we just didn't finish them out. Like they scored on under 5 seconds, 3 straight possessions, and that's the sign of a veteran team that they finished the possession. And whether there was just always something in the midst of the game that kind of stopped our run. Whether it was Gilvitas with a second foul, whether it was somebody else, whether it was me getting a technical, whether it was I thought, even Jerome Seeger's layup was an interesting call. We just didn't have a good flow of the game, and that's, to be honest with you, that's a credit to Coach Cormier and Dartmouth. They did a tremendous job of staying disciplined.
Mike, with so many new guys, what are you willing to give them a leash on, and what would you, I guess, bite their head off for?
They have to play hard. They have to play with intensity for one another. So, the level of demand has not lowered there. Just when they make the mistake, to kind of understand that they're going to make a couple of mistakes and try as hard as I can, especially with the energy, the intensity I give out, not to make them tentative because they can't play tentative. These guys they have to play with a confidence and a swagger to them. And it's hard when they're freshmen, but they're going to make some mistakes. Just again, try not to make the same mistakes.
Mike, as far as what was expected, everybody sort of among your new group, everybody talked about the 3 guards, and I'm sure that when Jack, before he was hurt, they talked about him. Is this contribution from Malik a little unexpected? Is this a surprise? Is this?
No, I had to plan all. No, it's shocking to be honest with you. He was a 3-man 2 weeks ago, and somebody who I just kept looking because he may not have the Big East skills to play on a perimeter right now. Kind of said, what are we doing? Let's try to, play him as undersized 4, and boy, it's worked out very well. Malik's energy, his athleticism, especially when you're playing non-Big East opponents, that they play a 4-guard lineup anyway, and his athleticism and his motor is helping us out tremendously. 2 games now that I don't know if we win either game without Malik Cohen.